Okay, good night, audience. So first impression after the toast, the double toast. I've eaten it about 2 hours ago. So um, not long after I've eaten it, I felt two things that only became more prominent. I mean, first, I was no longer extremely tired. Should be said that during that 24 hours, I'm very tired, and this happened to me when I don't take the Adderall, like that or equivalent, like HGADs, like medication that I've taken for more than 10 years. And again, I'll say that I mean during my childhood and up to the university, until like at the age of 27 or something like that, I never took it. Like I mean, including like when I was studied in a very extremely demanding, extremely demanding bachelor degree in the Hebrew University, but I mean, certainly I started to take these things because I couldn't like keep awake, and because of the bicycle torture, the people that they took the robots from me, they took infected me with diseases, and also the subliminal sound that was always banging in my ears. And it wasn't always like that, and when it started, I needed this medicine up until today. So if I don't take it, like after a day, I got completely tired, and so this happened to me. But now, after I've eaten it, like I mean, I'm getting less tired. Like in the last 2 hours, like I mean, in a very noticeable way. I thought maybe it's just placebo, but it's not placebo. It's certainly something real. That I mean, kind of a counter effect like to all the terror effects that they're subjected to by the Israelis. I mean, and actually, if it's a viable solution, like I mean, to get rid of this medicine, of course, it's a great thing. Like I mean, I should have tried it earlier because I didn't think that it's gonna solve like this issue by itself. But maybe I should have been more optimistic because, of course, I don't want like, I mean, if you don't need the medicine, why should you take it? But what I also feel in the last 2 hours is difficulty in breathing. Now, this can be attributed maybe to the life forms that were eaten with it. And if it's so, it probably should like pass after some like several hours when the life forms are dead by the neurons. And like the good, like the positive effects should be kept because the neurons are not die. They do not die in this kind of like battle. But of course, this is predicated on that people will not steal it from my body because these things can be stolen like even remotely. So if people don't steal this from the body, I mean, maybe the negative result should pass, but the positive result should stay. But it should be said it's not necessarily because of it at all, because I'm having like, in the last months, and certainly in the last week, and I mentioned it in the blog, I'm like very frequently I'm having like episodes of difficulty to breathe, and this is more certainly because of all sorts of like attacks, like I'm under attack in this room. And it might not be related at all to what I've eaten, just because it's happened to me several times a day, and I've spoken about it in the last couple of days or even weeks, so it might be completely unrelated and it might be due to some kind of like attack. But anyway, I do have difficulty to breathe, but I have Ventolin, inhaler that I just take, and it helps. What helps the most is actually to walk outside, because when I'm outside, it doesn't happen. It's something to do with this apartment, for sure. But I cannot walk outside because of this arrest. This is a torture. But what can I do besides again and again, telling anyone that wants to listen, please rescue me from the Nazi prison, using arms and legs, not mouths and tongues. So what I'll probably do now is, now I'm getting hungry. And now I recall that during the last time that I've eaten this this material, like 5 days that I've eaten like sandwiches with these things, I suddenly remember that I was also very hungry like in those days. Now I recall. Is that a known thing or maybe placebo or just imaginary thing? Yet is it related, like eating these things like in the tea and becoming hungry? Because I really feel like I need to eat a good meal right now. I'll do it. A regular meal without the jam. I want to get before I eat more of the jam. Of the juice. I want to give it time to feel the effects. Maybe it takes a couple of hours or even days. So I'm not going to pick on it too much. I mean, some people say that I already picked on that. I mean, but I don't know what are the recommended quantities. Like, I mean, I have no idea like how it's distributed and how do you eat it and how do you measure even like what do you eat, and how can you trust whoever that gives you that? Because I mean, they're all liars in Israel. These are all difficult questions. Although, what is a ear? Like, I mean, YEAR. I thought it's like a ear, but I mean, I couldn't understand what's the ear got to do with the T. It's related to the T somehow, but I don't understand how. So, I mean, what do you mean when you say ear? Ear. YEAR. Anyway, before I eat more and give it some time like to do its effect, and it's very unfortunate that I cannot walk outside because this would have helped my breathing tremendously. It only happens in this apartment, and this is another reason why I thought I think it might not be related to the juice, because I mean it happened to me quite a bit and only in the apartment. It's a torture. Now, so I'm going to eat something now, maybe like prepare myself something to eat. From whatever we have here, I mean, and after that I will take maybe a microscopic examination of what I've actually eaten. Like, I mean, so we'll have like, I mean, good notion of like what's inside of it. And later, and have you seen I've also during the last 2 hours I also started new fires in the 2 metal crucibles with again with like lumps of very densely populated in life forms and Neros, mostly Neros, because it's a steel container from the metal aquarium. This is my most precious beeswax. I mean, the beeswax icebergs from the metal aquarium. It contains tremendous amount of Neros, and maybe I'll just take it. I mean, I haven't reviewed it in quite a bit, so maybe I'll like take the opportunity now to do a microscopic review of it. But I'm sure it contains tremendous amount of Neros, and I burn it. Like, I mean, there is still maybe like 1/4 of the initial. Like, I mean, half of it was burned yesterday, and then another quarter now. So there is still like a quarter left. This iceberg, I mean, it's the wax iceberg. I mean, it probably cost millions, if not billions of dollars. I mean, worth millions, if not billions of dollars. But I mean, I burn it just, I mean, for the theatrical shows in this room, because I need wax and I don't even have money to buy like simple beeswax, which should have been enough for the purpose. But of course, I mean, it's not only worth millions, if not billions. It also, I mean, could have saved the lives of thousands, if not much more people. But I mean, you don't care, so why should I care? You don't seem to care. You don't move arms and legs. I mean, to get the material, you only move the mouse and the toe. But you do not get the most precious material in the universe by movement of mouses and tongues. It doesn't work that way. I mean, if you only moved your mouse and tongue, I mean, I assure you didn't get what you think what you think. I mean, it's not the most valuable material in the universe, because for that material you need to move arms and legs. This is certain. Arms and legs. So that's what we'll do. I mean, first eat something, then make some microscopic examination, and then we'll decide how to continue.